What's going on, guys? There's something I want to talk about today. So I just finished at the gym in my car, and this is usually when my brain's working. I just did cardio or whatever, and I just think of different things, and my brain kind of goes off on tangents. And what I was thinking about today is what people don't tell you about success. So there's so many things people think about success, and there's so many things people don't know. One of the main ones is that success isn't a destination. You don't just get there and then you're successful. You have to kind of pay dues every single day to keep that success. So if you become successful, it doesn't just stay there. You don't get there and you're done. You have to maintain to stay there. It's getting, even when you're there, it gets farther and farther away if you're not moving towards it. So you've probably heard the saying, if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards. That's kind of the same thing when it comes to success, because so many people mistake it for a destination when it's really not. It's kind of, I don't want to say a work ethic because that's so cheesy, but it's something you have to do every single day. It's almost like an action. That kind of plays into the fact that most people will feel like they're working so hard to become successful, when in reality I end up working harder now than I did at the start when I was trying to become successful. I'm working harder now to keep that and grow that than I did when I was just starting out, when I was trying to find that success. And part of that is you see so much more opportunity. There's so many more things you need to do. And yes, you can outsource that or whatever, but when you're just starting, you don't know as much as you do once you become successful. And by knowing that much more, there's more you need to do and there's more work you have to do, because you now know what you should be doing and what you haven't been doing. So from the start, I would work, and I think I was working hard, but a lot of times I would run out of stuff to work on because I would be like, well, I don't know what else I could do to do this. I feel like I'm doing everything. Whereas now I kind of never reach that point because there's always something else I know I could be doing, whether it's creating more content, writing more Facebook ads, whatever it is, emails, etc. A lot of it's content, but it's a lot more work to maintain that and keep that going. And it's also more fun. I'm more passionate about what I'm doing now because I understand it better. Whereas when I was just starting out, I would become more frustrated because I wanted to work harder. I had stuff I wanted to, I had the drive. I wanted to work on something that I could grow every single day, but I didn't know what to do. I would hit roadblocks where I'd be like, well, I don't know what else to work on. I feel like I did everything that I could for this particular thing, this business. I don't know what to do next. And when you hit that wall, part of what you have to do, it usually means you've stopped learning, because when we're just starting out, we've been learning a ton normally. So like for me, when I was starting Amazon, I learned for 6 months straight. And when I was doing that, I was like, holy crap, there's so much stuff I have to do. And it was kind of almost overwhelming, but I just made a list of what I needed to do. I started doing it. And once I finished that, I was doing that stuff for a couple months. I stopped learning in that process and I hit that wall and I was like, well, what do I do next? I didn't know what to do. So I started learning again. And then I started to see the more things I needed to do, what I could do to help me grow, do different things. And that's kind of when the whole process of learning, so you have more stuff to actually be doing, came relevant to me. So like I said, when I was starting out, when you stop learning, you stop seeing all the opportunity. There's more opportunity. And when I say opportunity, it doesn't necessarily mean, oh, I started this business and it's doing okay, so I'm going to go start another one. That's not what I mean by opportunity. I mean opportunity in the business you started or what you're working on. Because the more you know, the more you'll see you need to work on, or more you don't know. And I've done this twice throughout kind of my entrepreneurial career, where I've stopped learning and was so focused on the doing part, which, don't get me wrong, isn't a bad thing. You have to have periods like that, but I should have incorporated some learning and research inside of that, where I hit a roadblock and I'm like, well, I worked like an hour today. I don't know what else to work on. I don't know what to do. I feel stuck. I don't have anything I want to work on either. So I started learning, did that for another couple months, and then put a plan of action to a whole new thing. Because when you're learning, you get so many new ideas. You see what other people are doing. You see what's working, what's not working. And it will just help you so much to kind of open your mind, be able to work on different things. Because that's one of the things that I was struggling with the most when I was first starting, and even probably 8 months ago. I didn't know what to work on. I wanted to work. I had the time, I had the willpower, but I would work 1-2 hours and be like, I like did nothing. I don't know what to work on. I could make more content. I don't want to make content right now. What is it? And a lot of you guys have probably seen me not post much on YouTube, and the reason being is I've been in the trenches working so hard every single day on something the last almost year, and it should be done in a month or two, but content will come back. I'll start doing at least 2 times a week in the next month or two. But this is something I know so many people struggle with and is an issue with for a lot of people. The last thing before I end this video, the last little topic, is one of the things that has held me back and still does to this day, which if you followed me for any time, you've probably heard me say this, is I like to try and do everything myself. I don't like outsourcing. I don't like having a team, which is where I struggle. That's not good. I should not be doing that. For example, I'll try and make my own logos for something I'm starting up, or graphics, or write an ebook, or write all these emails, or build a website. I'll do all of that myself, take the time to teach myself how to do it, and then go actually do it. Whereas I have the money I can spend to give it to someone else, but I'm not outsourcing enough because I don't trust other people to do the work that I would do, which eventually I have to get past, because yes, no one's going to do it like I will do it, but there's things I'm not good at where people will do it better, whether that's building a website or graphic design. I'm terrible with both those things, anything creative like that. But I still try and do it, partly because I'm not good at getting my idea across to that person, which is kind of my own fault. But I need to start giving people jobs, letting them do it, and then maybe taking the time just to review it and almost train them. Because a lot of times I'll want a certain angle on something, whether it's an image or a website or emails, whatever it is, and I feel like they have to know the information I know in order to know how to do it with that angle I want, if that makes sense. But that's one of the biggest things holding me back from scaling right now, is trying to do everything myself. And I know a lot of people will struggle with this. You do have to have some knowledge, a little bit, on all the things you're outsourcing, because you do need to be able to check up on those people, make sure they are doing their stuff correctly, whether it is the images, the website, the emails. If you know nothing about emails and you outsource it to someone, you don't know if they wrote them well. Now, you might not take the time to write them yourselves, but I can spend a couple $100, get an email written, and then review it in maybe 10 minutes and make a few changes if I wanted to, instead of spending a day or two writing that, because that's how bad I am at writing copy with that. So that is probably the biggest thing holding me back right now, and one of my biggest faults, but I've been working on it, been doing it more, and it has been helpful, freed up time for things that I need to spend more time on that I can't outsource, like making YouTube videos, creating content, building different ideas, whatever it is. So that is one thing I don't want you guys to let hold you back either. Now, when you're first starting out, you don't have the money, you shouldn't be outsourcing. You need to learn the process. So many people try and outsource. For example, when people are learning Amazon, they'll be like, oh, can I outsource product research? Well, yeah, but you should learn how to do it first, because you don't know if the other person's giving you good information once you do it. You need to learn the process yourself if you're a beginner first, and then you can start outsourcing different things. And it doesn't have to be expensive. It's not something that's necessary, but it is something that holds a lot of people back from growing. So that's going to be my little rant for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, and I will see you guys in the next video.